Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother as we prepare for Grand Prix Portland with Merfolk in Modern. And if you want to see the preparation of the Master taking place, how I'm going to prepare for Portland, I hope to see you there. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our match, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. And do you know what? Flamewake Phoenix has made a big impact on Modern, and it is here to stay. Go check it. Go check out everything about it by Michael Shapiro's Modern Musings, only on themanabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And don't forget, this week's giveaway is the Golden Elemental. This is a one-of-a-kind Golden Elemental. I made it. It might not be one-of-a-kind in the next coming weeks, but right now it's one-of-a-kind. If you want to be eligible for this giveaway, go check out the description below. So we lost the die roll again.
Mulligan.
We will keep this. It has potential of, coming back.
Says he's a big fan.
Big fan. Thanks. I'm a big fan of me too. And you. Big fan of everybody. Oh, you're one of those people. Big fan of Merfolk, but plays Affinity. So our hand is, significantly worse. Well, maybe not. I mean, it's sort of fast. So it's classic Affinity. That's not getting played for a while. Here we go. Can't block anything. So much depends if my opponent can do anything. They might be one. If they're one mana off from doing something explosive, then maybe we have a chance. But no, it looks like they're not choked on mana. Okay, that's gonna pay dividends. Steel Overseer. It's a bit slow at first, but the problem is as Vault Scourge keeps getting counters, keeps gaining life for my opponent. I want to empty my hand now. So now that we have Silvergill Adept, I can play. I can play Silvergill Adept this turn with the Mutavault actually. Play Mistcaller. Then next turn play Mistcaller on one. And then play Lord of Atlantis through the Aether Vial. Okay, so that looks quite acceptable. I'll show them Mistcaller. Spell Pierce might be good. We'll see what happens. We will have the mana up one way or another. If we can hit a Cranial Plating, that'll be great. Arcbound Ravager. This is still pretty bad because now a bunch of counters can be dumped on the Vault Scourge and really take... I'll be really out of range of being able to do anything. Classic Affinity.
Very classic.
This is not a new threat, this is an old threat. An old adversary.
Trickster helped a lot, though, I'm sure.
Trickster and Harbinger of the Tides helps a lot in this matchup. So anything can get dumped back onto the Arcbound Ravager. So should I force my opponent to start sacrificing things? You know what? I don't think that's a bad idea. Like, if they sacrifice any of their lands, I think that's a big deal.
Are you going to put Lord in?
I might just pass, force them to think about it. Do you know what? No, maybe we're going to put a Lord in. So how many counters do you want to throw on here? So I'm guessing their best line is sacrifice Ornithopter, let Arcbound Ravager die to the Vault Scourge, then figure it out from there. They could go all in on the Vault Scourge, but they don't kill me next turn. And then if I have Merfolk Trickster or what else? Harbinger of the Tides, then it's a huge blowout. But I don't want the Ravager to keep accumulating counters, because that's bad too. 5 counters. It's gonna get to 6. So it's a 3-turn clock, but we're not dead. Yet. Okay, I'm not.
Do you have anything you can spell pierce?
Yeah, cranial plating, but it's
All right,
not. It's not a big.
Hold it up.
Do I want Mistcaller in play? I can't play Master of Waves by next turn. That's now out the window.
Mistcaller can't deflect cranial plating.
But they can't equip cranial plating either. I'm just gonna play the Mistcaller. I think we need to get as much pressure on the board as possible. We're not beating Vault Scourge as it is. It's the problem. Maybe I really needed that Maybe I really needed that Mutavault to play Master Waves next turn. Okay. Cannot block. So if we can ever bounce this thing, that'll be great. Welding Jar. Not useful. I'm gonna tick the vial up to 3 so that we can get on 4. I mean, we still demand interaction for the Vault Scourge. So they put a counter on everything, that'll be 6, 9. So I can attack with... Well, I can't exactly attack with everything. I'm going to attack with Lord of Atlantis.
Actually, you're attacking with everything but Lord of Atlantis.
Actually, I have to attack with Lord of Atlantis. Oh, I can't bluff anything. They've got Welding Jar on the board. They can just they can easily block. Even if I have a Lord, they'll just crack their Welding Jar. Alright, attack with this thing. So we have outs. If we draw Harbinger of the Tides, or if we draw, yeah, or Merfolk Trickster, that'll be a big deal because then we'll slam Master of Waves, and it's going to be for a lot of devotion. It's going to be for a lot of devotion. Ugh. Ready, hit for 6. Well, it will still matter.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I don't guarantee that we win, but it will help a lot. No, these cards suck. They could have been peaks. They're not peaks in this match.
I'll play the Master just to scare him a little.
Whatever. Let's do it like this. I'm definitely dead. There's no doubt about that. Oops. I should probably put Master Waves in play. It's not really relevant. Oh, you want a Welding Jar or something? Well, do you know what? I'm going to put now I'm going to put the Master Waves in play. I gave you a chance to go to the damage step. We're going to lose 2 creatures senselessly. And pass. Well, fortunately, we have Gut Shot for this matchup. It's not like we don't have the tools.
Shame that all this crap has flying. If it didn't have that...
Well, that's the crux of Affinity. That's been the... Like, Merfolk is great in creature matchups. It has because you can block. You can just gang block creatures, play a few lords, and then outpower them. But with Affinity, they've got these creatures that you can't block. They got Ink Moth Nexus and Blink Moth Nexus and Vault Scourge and Signal Pest and Ornithopter, and that's what makes it dangerous. What's sad is their hand was slow, like it was really slow, but we were also pretty slow. This Mistcaller, Lord of Atlantis, hand didn't do anything. Okay, so we'll concede. We have these useless Spell Pierces. So we're gonna want Gut Shot, that's for sure. We might want Venser. Get out the Spell Pierce. Take out maybe one Mistcaller. Maybe that's all we're gonna do. So we have lukewarm interaction against this deck. I'm telling you, I'm considering putting Hercule's Recall on the sideboard. Just this really big bomb effect against, because there's now quite a bit of artifact decks. I don't know if it'll be great against KCI, but it still might do something. Reset their game back to turn 1. You have to cast it before they get KCI in play, but hey, it still could be worth it.
They should allow 20 cards on the sideboard. That would make a huge difference.
There's a lot of people that want that. If we're modern, it's like there's not enough cards on the sideboard. But if you're like, well, I don't know. You got to take risks. That's the thing about Magic. You don't have enough room for everything. You have to make concessions. You gotta hope that you get the right matchups. That's just part of the game.
Well, you do have enough room for everything. Because the limit isn't 60. You can have as many cards as you want, right?
You can have in the main deck.
Yeah, in the main deck, you can have as many cards as you want.
Yeah, let's just put Hercule's Recall in the main deck.
Yeah.
Let's put tons of Merfolk.
Yes, why not? There's no reason not to. You have your statistics about lands versus creatures. Well, just balance it out.
Yeah, but like the more cards you put in the deck, the less chances of you drawing any particular creature, like Master of Waves.
But they're all good in all situations.
This hand can be bad. Because like against Affinity, especially post board, they're bringing in removal. It's more attrition based.
You got a gut shot.
I'm going to pretend this is a 6-card hand and I'm going to keep it. It's not particularly aggressive. We do have Gut Shot, and hopefully it just kills off their one thing, but this hand is not that good. What?
Stuck.
Oh, you mean the chat thing? There, it's not stuck anymore.
It's the move history, not the chat.
Oh, here's Mox Opal.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Evil! Alright, we can kill that. But we need to we have to not draw lands. That helps a lot. Alright, so let's start with killing this thing off. If we wait till their turn, then it won't be good for us.
Trickster, whatever they got. Next turn.
I guess I'll expose Master of the Pearl Trident. I want to play around Whip Flare the best that I can. And one way to play around Whip Flare, because I can play both Lords next turn. And there's Steel Overseer. Another Mox Opal. Sacrificing the other Mox Opal. Okay. Okay, so they have Galvanic Blast probably in their hand. Yep. But we have Merfolk Trickster galore.
Things are going to get tapped.
Things are going to get tapped, that's right. What you gonna do? That thing's really annoying, but fortunately we can Merfolk Trickster that. I don't want Steel Overseer to put a counter on it, so we're gonna play Merfolk Trickster right now. Exposes us to Whip Flare, but I can't really do anything about that right now. No Signal Pest. That's a very good hand.
It's gonna get worse though.
I don't know. So we're gonna say no to this. That's very good. Okay, that was a good draw. Now we can easily attack through this Ornithopter and apply a lot of pressure on the opponent. They are going to hit us for a lot this turn, but we can ambush them a little bit with Merfolk Trickster. I'm going to try to ambush... Ooh, maybe I'm going to do nothing now. I have to wait to play around that Vault Scourge. What am I going to get hit for this turn? This is 8, and it can get worse. Okay, they're empty-handed. They're empty-handed, so that's something good to know. Maybe I just win here. I can tap down the Memnite and the Vault Scourge. I attack for 14. Yeah, I just win. Okay, so I'm just going to take the damage. My opponent's not going to gain any life. So we're going to cast Merfolk Trickster, and with the Mararegery trigger, we'll tap down a Memnite, and then tap down Vault Scourge with the Merfolk Trickster trigger. Yeah. So that worked out perfectly.
No more flying, no more lifelink.
No more flying, no more lifelink, no more blocking. No more game 2. Oh! Harbinger of the Tides just to...
Sweeten the deal.
Sweeten the deal, alright. So we win game 2. Now the problem is winning game 3. It's always the problem winning game 3.
It'll be fine. Ha, he says.
Ha, yes. Ha.
Deserve that.
I guess I just go with this. Sometimes I wonder if I should have Spell Pierce just to play around Whip Flare, but you never know how many copies of Whip Flare that they're actually going to play. And it's so bad on the draw. It's just ridiculous. Master Waves used to be a card I would take out against Affinity, but now with Merfolk Trickster, usually the games can slow down that I have a turn 4.
See how things have changed? You now have a turn 4 against Affinity.
Yeah, that's right. The times have changed so much. The history book rewritten.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I think I have to mulligan this. It's just too slow and clunky. We'll
No
see if they. We'll
interaction.
see. Did they keep? No, we don't know yet.
Mulligan. I love it when they mulligan.
Oh, doing nothing on turn 1. 3 merit. We don't even have a land for this.
I would wait. I would. Against Affinity, I'd mulligan this. I always say never mulligan, but in this chase, you got nothing.
This is very bad. Maybe I should. I don't know. It's a tough matchup.
He mulligan to
They
5.
mulligan to 5. Well, I have to mulligan now. Yeah, I can keep this, but this is way worse than the first hand.
Yeah, I would have kept the second one. But the first one, all those 3 drops against something as fast as Affinity. I would have been hoping for at least a gut shot or something. Well, that Nexus gonna get what's coming to it.
Oh, with the spreading seas?
Yeah. Ugh.
Our hand actually is really bad because we can't play anything. It's possible we can't even beat this hand. If we can, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious. Like in the other hand, we could play Lord of Atlantis. We would be playing Lord of Atlantis this turn, but no guarantee that we're playing anything after that. We're just gonna lose. We could have very easily have lost with that starting hand. The original starting hand that I mulliganed away. we're gonna get hit for 6. At least I can
6.
bounce the stupid Vault Scourge. Not like this.
He mulliganed to 5. How bad were his starting hands?
I don't know. Maybe no land. Too much land. I will say, you know what? I probably should have kept the first hand because my opponent mulliganed. And even though I think it probably would have lost to this rollout anyway, I think I mulliganed the first hand because under any general rollout by Affinity, like this, we were going to lose. But if our opponent is mulliganing, then they're going to have to keep more sketchy hands. They don't have a lot of room to keep good hands. And a hand like a ton of lords can outmuscle Affinity. Oh, now I get this. Oh, and we're in the game, people.
Is that a joke?
Not really. Oh yeah. We're stone dead. Wonder why didn't they attack with the Signal Pest? What's up with that?
If cranial plating no longer has a target, it should become exiled. Attached to something, it should become exiled.
Or discarded? Oh, that's why they did that. My face! Alright, that's fine. Okay. Thanks for the games. Well, that didn't work out for us at all. I'm gonna say we're up against Affinity. Very powerful deck. And I am considering Hurkyl's Recall. I'm very seriously considering Hurkyl's Recall to deal with these kind of Affinity decks and what's it called? Hardened Scales. I don't want to BS around against Affinity. They're very strong, and
He says he got lucky.
this is Affinity. This is what Affinity does. It's not exact. Well, I mean, I didn't have a good hand to roll out with, and they had a very good hand at 5. One thing that hurts a lot is I was on the draw again. I'm getting on, like, I think for the last 2-3 weeks I've not seen the play very often. But that's, when I was winning, when I was making those top 8s, I was getting the play very often. It actually shows how significant the play and draw is in these tournaments. If you lose the die roll over and over and over again, you're at a massive disadvantage against these super linear decks because if you trip like we did, we missed our second land drop. I mean, we were just stone dead. Wah, wah, wah.
All right.
I'm going to blame it on losing. We lost the die roll. Lost the die roll. If we lose the die roll too many times against decks like this, it's going to be a problem. Which means I need maybe more power. Maybe got to bring in Hurkyl's Recall. Haven't seen it in a long time. And I wouldn't mind. I mean, in the past, we would bring in like 4 Hurkyl's Recalls because, there wasn't any other deck than Affinity. But now we got a lot of artifact decks going on right now. More than just Affinity. We've got Hardened Scales Affinity. I don't think it would be the greatest card against KCI, but it would still interact with them. You can reset their game from turn 3 back to turn 0. What else? I also think there's some other matchups where Hurkyl's Recall could be significant, and we could definitely see a lot of artifact decks making its way to Portland this weekend. So
There'll be all sorts of scum heading into Portland.
Oh, there's all sorts of scum. So don't forget, this week's giveaway is the Golden Elemental, one-of-a-kind Golden Elemental. If you want to be eligible for this, go check out the description below. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing Merfolk in Modern.